Hey guys, it's your girl Salt&Light. Yesterday we did a Bible study on the book of Jonah and it was amazing. If you missed it yesterday, I am about to read to you a little summary on what Jesus taught through me concerning the book of Jonah, because as we all like to think, the book of Jonah is about a prophet who didn't listen to God. So, God basically had a big fish swallow him up for 3 days and 3 nights. Then Jonah obeyed and did what God said. However, it's so much more than that. And what Jesus wrote is so amazing. It's going to blow your mind. So here's a little recap concerning the book of Jonah. Jonah was a prophet who had a deep anger issue in his heart. God didn't just do all he did in that time for the people, but also for Jonah. It exposed Jonah's heart. Jonah said he worships the Lord, the God of heaven. Jonah didn't know that worshiping God and surrendering to him comes with a purpose, a plan, an assignment, a change, and exposure. He heard what God said and ran from the Lord, but Jonah already made his own covenant to serve and worship the true God. 3 days in darkness, no food, no water, a fast to have nothing to do except talk to God. So Jonah prayed, and this time to surrender to the Lord once more. And it came with obedience, finding out that when you are chosen, the Lord will seek you out and he will move heaven and earth for you to do what he has called you to do. But Jonah didn't realize the men on the ship turned to the true living God, talking and sacrificing and making vows. In that time where they were usually doing it to their false gods, they turned around and struck those down and started speaking to the true living God because of Jonah. Then when Jonah went to Nineveh, he warned the people and they believed and began to put on sackcloth. Even the king humbled himself. This warning saved the city of Nineveh, where there was over 120,000 people in that city. But Jonah was angry, thinking that the work he had done for the Lord was useless because of God's great compassion. This exposed the heart of Jonah. At this moment, getting mad at God's compassion has shown that in Jonah's heart there was pride, wrath, anger, arrogance, unforgiveness, bitterness, selfishness, and greed. The Lord was so gentle dealing with Jonah's heart. So he just asked him, is it right for you to be angry? God provided for Jonah and gave him a nice resting place. At this moment, it would have been a perfect time for Jonah to open up to God more and to allow him to search his heart and surrender those parts of him to the Lord. Jonah's wrath was exposed, and because God didn't and doesn't condemn his own children, he didn't tell Jonah all that he had in his heart, but simply asked Jonah a question, trying to get him to shift his perspective on Jonah's heart change rather than God's great compassion for others. I hope this blesses you. It blessed me. Make sure that you join our live next time for another Bible study.